Okay, we have a quick little video on our final country and nationalism around the world, Israel. Okay, so let's think back to after World War I. What we have is Germany. Germany. Oh boy. Germany and the Ottoman Empire had significant land in the Middle East. But after World War I, they were forced to give up control of the colonies in Africa and Asia because they were the losers. They lost all their land. You get nothing. Go home. All right, Africa and Asia. Okay, which includes the Middle East. All right, Okay, so the League, so what happened? They lost their territory. Who does it go to? Well, the League of Nations created mandates in these former territories, which gave the British control of Palestine. So what happens is we have the League of Nations that says, okay, like we're just like carving up places again. Okay, this was a former part of the Ottoman Empire. All right, the British can control this. The French can control this. You know, whatever different countries control these different areas. Well, the British get this mandate over this area in Palestine, which includes the obviously famous city of Jerusalem. It's right on the eastern edge. This is the eastern edge of the Mediterranean Sea, right by the Suez Canal, and right by Egypt. This is known as the Palestine Mandate. Okay, the Palestine Mandate. It's very complicated because both, all right, Arabs, so Muslim, that are traditionally Islamic, and Jewish people, all right, view this area as, what did we say, as their own, right? View this area I'm going to say as their own. View this land as their own. As their own and as being sacred, right? They both think that this is a very important city for their religion, their own. So what we have is an idea called Zionism. Zionism, which existed long before World War I, but Zionism is the idea that Jewish people should establish a Jewish state in Palestine. So not just have Jewish people living in a state, not just like where obviously like Jewish people live in the United States. It's like a secular government that is not religious. Like the idea of Zionism is that they want a Jewish state, and they want it to be in Jerusalem because that is a very important place in terms of Jewish history. You have the very sacred and important religious aspects there, religious landmarks that are extremely, extremely important to Judaism. But the problem is that there are also very important historical and religious things for Islamic people as well. So based on this Zionist movement, large numbers of Jewish people moved to Palestine. And so what we have is this document called the Balfour Declaration, right, which was a document issued by Britain in 1917 at the end of World War I, expressing support for creating a home for Jewish people in Palestine. They hoped that this would help if they had an ally very close to the Suez Canal, because Egypt wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of Great Britain at this point. They hoped that this would protect the Suez Canal. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, 320,000 Jews moved to Palestine. This caused significant conflict between the Arab and Jewish populations, because basically in this area, as it says on the slides, 80% of the people that live there are Islamic. And they believe that this area is holy, and they believe that this area is theirs. And well, let's just imagine this. We have Britain coming in after World War I saying that this area is going to be reserved for Jewish people, and we support Jewish people going there. I mean, this is a conflict, as I write here at the bottom, I just kind of added this in, this conflict between Arabs and Jews in this area persist to this day with both, Palestine, this is the Palestinian flag, and Israel, this is the Israeli flag, basically believing that that this area is holy and that they should have this area. And so we have a nationalist movement of Jewish people to establish Zionism, to establish their own state. That's what we got. That's really all I got on this. Again, this is not the beginning and the end of it, but things to remember are Balfour Declaration, basically. And again, look at how much Britain's impacted the world. You guys getting like a good sense of this? Of like how much Britain has impacted the world? A lot. Anyways, we're out.